My wife and I had shocking supernatural encounters with Jesus, wielding the sword of the Spirit in spiritual warfare, against the devil and his agents, and obtained victory. As I was lying on my bed, I felt a sensation of my spirit leaving my body. Then in some seconds, I had left my body. I started going up into the atmosphere. I was moving at a constant speed and I began to see the dark skies. I saw stars remaining behind and I remember that I felt that I might fall. It looked like I would slip and fall to the ground. The moment I thought that, I landed in a forest. I saw a big man coming to fight me. At this time, I knew this was not a dream. I was looking at my surroundings vividly, clearly. I thought to myself, if I was dreaming, I could be shaking myself, and then I will wake up. But here it was a different case. As I was hesitating in fear, I screamed, "God, help me," again and again. I was trying to run away as he came running on attack mode, and then 4 huge angels appeared around me and wrapped in pure, bright robes. They immediately ran to meet him before he could get his hands on me and they were doing something to him. I don't know exactly, but he was screaming in agony when they left him. He screamed to call more demons, and I could see demon in multitudes coming towards us. And these demons kept screaming angrily, "Angels, it's angels." It seems like they really hated them. They were really going to start war with angels. It seemed that demons had their personal issues with angels more than with me. The angels had to help me escape from these demons. As we were escaping, I don't know what the angels did, but instantly I went into my body and opened my eyes. One time I was with my guardian angel. We were on some mission to do something in the spirit world. It was in the night. As we were walking, suddenly we were attacked by a group of demons and witches and wizards. They came out of nowhere, running to us at fast speed. Do you know what the angel did? He took my right hand, made a U-turn, began to fly, escaping at a tremendous speed. We were going through objects. It was so fast as we were getting away. When we looked up the sky, we saw the angels of God coming down, hundreds of them. Their heads were as pure gold, bodies wrapped with purest white robes, holding flaming swords in their right hands. They were coming down rapidly into the situation, to attack the host of darkness. It was a really battle, but the angels were more powerful and outnumbered the forces of darkness, so I went to bed. It was just a normal night like always, until around 3 a.m. I felt this OB sensations, a tingling sensation, vibrations, and a sense of floating. Then my spirit left my body about 4 times, hovering over my bed, the ceiling, and returning each time. Each time I was out, I felt so weightless, like a leaf. Then another time, it happened, my spirit separated from my body, and lifted off. I began to hear a sound of wind. I began to fly upwards, totally weightless, my mind clearer and free to think, and I flew up until the skies. I remember thinking, I am going to meet my Father in heaven. The speed was phenomenal. Then I came to the second heavens, and I met a figure, there in the heavenlies. I knew who he was, and his presence was evil to the core. I knew it was the devil. He said something. He said I was bothering him, messing up his plans. He wished I would be dead. His voice sent chills. Even though I was in my spirit form, there are things, feelings, sensations, you can't describe. That moment, I felt my limbs, as if they are paralyzed, and the atmosphere of the second heaven was suffocating. I couldn't pass through and I rushed back to my body, and upon entering it, I looked at the door. I saw a woman, which, she was in an astral form, so she was transparent, walking towards me, as if she came to do something to my body while I was away. I continued to look at her. She then froze, startled, and then disappeared. Then a screen appeared. I saw someone, whom I know. I was sharing the gospel with him. Through the discerning of spirits, I saw demons and the devil, planning how to kill him. In my vision, they were drafting ideas, and arranging circumstances, to eliminate him, and take his soul from earth, to hell. It was very urgent. He had a very short time. The Lord sent me to share the gospel and warn him, while there is still time. So yesterday, as we were doing the word, I felt by the gift of the word of wisdom that something supernatural was going to happen. Later on that night, I just felt it and I didn't share that with anyone. I just kept it to myself. So during the night, As I laid on my bed, my spiritual eyes opened. I began to see into the spirit realm. I saw our bedroom, exactly as it is in the natural, the mirror, the window, and seeing my wife sleeping next to me. Then my spirit stood up, while my body continued in a sleep position, and I began to see myself surrounded by moving screens and videos, swirling around me. I could see 360 degrees. I began to see scrolls, downloads, from heaven, dropping from heaven. I saw myself teach, preach, online and on the pulpit, expose on how the devil operates, his tactics, operations of evil spirits, curses, agents from the marine world and how to thwart their plans, spiritual warfare, and exercise authority over them. I somehow felt the enemy was very angry. The Holy Spirit caused me to look up. I could see the stars shining brightly up the night skies. Then I saw a figure, whom I knew as Satan, the devil. He was pacing the sky, walking to and fro, as if in deep meditating mode. As he walked he kept changing forms and shape-shifting, from an angel of light to a man, from a man to one of the bright stars, and then to a monstrous creature, with a black and red horns. As I saw that, it is like having a déjà vu because I had seen that before while in the spirit. Just as I was beginning to get afraid, I saw Jesus appear and descend in our bedroom, through the ceiling. He had gold hair, a white robe, with a gold sash, and he was full of glory, power and majesty. He came upon me, and I wore him like a mantle and garment. Looked, I was actually merged and became one with the Lord. At my hand, my feet I could see his robe. When I moved he moved, we were merged. When that happened I felt so one with him, knitted with him. I was so filled with him, that I began to think, act, talk as he talked. It is beyond reasoning how it felt. I pointed at the devil who was in the sky. I said, Satan, come here and bow. Instead of my small, timid voice, it is the authoritative voice of Jesus that thundered. It came out with so much power, and I saw the devil fall from sky at the speed of lightning, fell at my feet. I looked at my feet. I could see it was Jesus's feet, wearing saddles. The devil laid there, whimpering, shivering. He looked very scared and defeated. Because I was thinking with the mind of Jesus, I knew he will be there, until I issue a decree, that he should leave. I said, leave this place now. He then disappeared. I woke up surprised.